Hello, welcome to Robin's weekly guitar tips, week one. So this week I was going to talk about the song Blackbird by the Beatles. So I just started teaching guitar online, and the person I'm teaching has learnt Blackbird, but they learnt it in a really strange way that I wasn't familiar with. And I looked on YouTube, and the top how to play Blackbird video on YouTube is completely wrong. So I'll show you how. Shall I show you how it's played, or show you how it's played wrong?
Maybe you could do the wrong.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'll do the right.
Do the right.
Okay. So playing Blackbird is a bit like this. You have a. I'll just play it quickly. So that's the main bit of Blackbird, and you can see it's got that nice chromatic bass line like that going up there, and you can hear that on the record. But this YouTube video just had like 2 million views. He's playing it like this with the kind of doing these chords, which A, you're going up and down the fretboard, which isn't very convenient, and B, the bass line is completely wrong because it's going, which isn't actually right when you hear it on the record. But the good news is there are a lot of YouTube videos out there which are showing you how to play it the right way, which is with this kind of way where you're going up one fret at a time in the bass, and you're kind of switching around like this, like that, which is the way Paul McCartney plays it. You can see videos of Paul playing it like that, and that's the way I learnt it from the Beatles for Acoustic Guitar book, which I had when I was young, which is how I learned to play a lot of Beatles songs. But a little tip, a secret tip for you to make Blackbird a bit easier to play is something I it's kind of my invention, if you will, and it's to do it in a slightly different tuning. So if you've ever read Ian MacDonald's Revolution in the Head, which is a brilliant book about the Beatles, he talks about when the Beatles were in India in the 60s writing songs for the White Albums, and they were using a lot of open tunings, and I thought it would be interesting to Blackbird in a more of an open tuning. So the way I play Blackbird is to actually tune the top E string down to a D. So if we do that, now you're in a kind of a, not quite open tuning, but a kind of slightly different tuning. And now you can play that kind of ascending chromatic bit a lot easier, because instead of having to twist your fingers around going like this or like this, you can now just do a kind of, so you don't really need to move your fingers as much. It's a lot easier to play. And that's my little tip. There'll be another one next week. Hope that was enjoyable, educational. Let's have a beer.